SNAP and EBT than working class Americans. They are able-bodied and they are staying on it, sometimes for a decade. That can no longer be the system. The costs, by the way, almost doubled in 2020.
Jeez.
Yeah, we didn't bring that, we don't have that in the references, the links, but I was reading up on this quite a bit this morning. So, long way around to say, this resonated with you, so I want to be very clear on the outset. We're about to show you this video from Cardi B, the best amongst us. And it's very important, it's very important that you try not to be racist.
Should I do it? I'm gonna do it! Some of them armed with guns.
I'm gonna be stealing like it ain't no tomorrow.
Sexual contact with an unresponsive man.
No idea that was coming.
Neither did he.
Just watched like 8 memes.
This is weird today.
I like it. It's great.
It's like a fever dream.
Yeah.
All right, so it's very important, guys. You're above this, right? Try not to be racist because Cardi B decided to insert herself into the ongoing SNAP debate.
I hope white people is watching me. Well, not all white people. I'm not going to put everything, but there's a lot of white Americans, a certain type of white Americans, they're like, they are so, you know, they country, they eat raccoons and all type of shit. They live in the Appalachian mountains and shit like that. And these are the type of people, because y'all be we live in certain ghettos, we live in certain poverties, but then there's certain poverties that white folks live in. He don't fucking like y'all.
She's brave.
You're poor. He don't like you. He don't like you. Don't give a fuck if you black, white, Asian, Spanish. If
Poor
you
Asians.
Like, in for you.
Where?
Okay? In for you. And now, ain't no fucking school stamps. Y'all motherfuckers gonna have to hunt raccoons and shit. Thanksgiving. Eat beans and shit.
What's wrong with beans?
Yeah, I don't even understand. Like, that doesn't fit.
I mean, it's not Thanksgiving food, but what's wrong with beans?
I didn't understand, too, what she was...
Yeah, I think she said, I don't think she knows what she's saying. She said, there's some white folks that live in the Appalachian.
Yeah.
I think she was trying to say Appalachian?
I thought she was in like an Apple launch, like at the Apple store, because it's a very white thing. Like Apple launch, getting the same phone as the old phone, got a new camera.
I don't think so. At first, I was like, she's talking about raccoons and squirrels. She's saying Apple lunch.
Did you know she was saying
what's wrong with apples for lunch? Apple launch. I mean,
yeah, she said
Appalachian.
She said live in the Apple lunch.
No. Did you know she was trying to say Appalachian nuns? Toolman, did you get that?
I don't speak hood trick.
Okay.
Oh, well, liar.
Well, look, let me give you some... It's true. By the way, she is kind of right. Donald Trump doesn't care about you, black, white, Asian. But that means Donald Trump doesn't care about you, according to her, if you are a net drain. Donald Trump cares about you if you're a working class American, whether you're low income, middle income, higher income. And that's what you see with voting. This is very important. The Democrats don't care about the working class. There's nothing working class about that party. They only care about those who are receiving these entitlements, these social safety nets, welfare recipients. Why? Because if you pay nothing in federal income tax, you're much more likely to vote left, or if you're a billionaire and you want to be deemed too big to fail. That whole in-between, meaning lower income, middle upper income, it goes Republican. Here, bring up the number. You can bring up these numbers. And that right there, here's the thing you need to take into account. That doesn't separate for those who are net beneficiaries of welfare and entitlements. So if you combine that with people who vote Democrat are 2 times as likely to receive food stamps. Wow. No one has conducted this study. I have looked for it. I would love to see the breakdown, not just of income, but people who receive more in social safety nets, welfare benefits, entitlements. Those people, what their voting numbers are. I guarantee you that chart would be even more severe. Lower income all the way to business owners, if they're paying something in taxes, if they're purchasing their own groceries, I bet my life they overwhelmingly or significantly vote Republican. So she's not entirely wrong, I guess, because Donald Trump expects you to probably start pulling your own weight. I think that's a good thing as a society. You can comment if you disagree. Here's something else. These are not poor people who just can't get a break. That's not what it is. Let's look at, I know Adam Carolla cited a number. I couldn't find it. But I can tell you this, SNAP recipients are definitively more obese. So non-SNAP recipients, women, 40% of non-SNAP women are obese. 52% of women who are receiving SNAP benefits are obese.
How's that even possible?
50, so they are fatter, they are purchasing more per trip to the grocery store while you work. While you work and purchase your own groceries, these people fatten themselves, suckling at your teat, the American worker, the American taxpayer. I think we need it. It's not even billionaire class, wealthy versus, the have-nots. That's not what it is. It's not black, it's not white. I mean, demographics do matter, obviously. I think the really important divide in this country, especially if you look at 43% pay nothing in federal income tax, the divide is people who take and people who want to keep what they earn. That's the divide in this country. We live in two very different worlds. That being said, she's not all wrong, and I feel very comfortable taking advice from the best among us, Cardi B.
So I'm washing my ass, and I'm washing it very fast, and I just got my nails done, and they were so pointy. Do you know that I stabbed my ass? I wasn't gonna vote this year. I wasn't. But Kamala Harris joining the race, she changed my mind.
How much they pay you?
Yo, it's your girl Cardi B, and I'm doing this video so y'all can keep y'all on WAP. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you bitches got that dry ass pussy because y'all pH balance is off. And you wanna know why? It's not because you born with it. It's because y'all keep these dirty ass and y'all bitches is shy to tell these that they
You wearing
it's
do-rags?
hot. You gotta tell babe, yo, your dick smell like mustard. You want my pH balance off.
Yeah.
You brush your teeth before you suck. Y'all eating barbecue ribs the whole day, bacon, egg, and cheese. Then you suck your and right after he directly put it inside your. Now you got bacon, egg, and cheese grease inside your.
Don't assume that's a given.
Tell me the truth, the hardcore truth, and also I of course want free Medicare, and this is why it's important to have free Medicare because look what's happening
Joe
right
Biden
now.
hating every minute of this.
See what we should have been have free Medicare.
I want to put
for
y'all
a
back in
long time.
chains.
Cardi B has admitted that she used to drug and rob men when she was a stripper.
So what I'm gonna do my real hair. I'm gonna wash it. Then around Wednesday, I'm gonna braid it. I haven't washed my in like 2 months.
But you say he smells like mustard?
And you're mad at the people living in the Appalachian?
Yeah, I just...
How can you... there's some guy in Tennessee right now going, dang, at least I wash my shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I might eat a raccoon from time to time, but damn, at least I don't smell like old head.
I might not be a rogue scholar, but I know how to not cut my sphincter when I wash.
You gotta massage the sphincter.
You
gotta love on it. You gotta love yourself before you can love others, brother.
That's George Bush.
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I wash my ass for America.
A butthole washed.
Butthole wash.
It's a nation saved.
Now watch this one. Sphincter on a hill.
Now watch me wipe.
4 holes and 7 sphincters ago.
That's inappropriate.
Don't get me started on the Emancipation Proclamation, constipation. Here's the thing. We don't live in the same country. Hygiene, sure. But just don't assume it's a given. Because I'm going to tell you, because you know that he smells like mustard. Is his penis a biochemical weapon? You're talking about wait, no, that's not normal. Should we bring back some sense of decorum, some sense of shame? I'll say it's my opinion is it's unladylike.
She has a good point. If you gotta go down on a guy, he should be kosher.
Yes, exactly. Let me ask you this. Is there any issue on which you would trust Cardi B? And really, comment below. This is what I think is torpedoing the Democrat Party. A lot of what the Democrats do, it's the same reason, for example, that they don't show up for debates. Right, think about Kamala Harris. She was just wrecked by a pretty softball interview with, I think it was Brett Baer. They can't show up because their ideas don't stand up to scrutiny. They don't have facts to substantiate their positions. So it's the same reason that we're looking right. They're so I don't even. I could just go. I just can't even. It's just I'm so flummoxed.
That's not the
there you go.
wanted to say.
I don't know.
but I guess she rates, inviting to speak on behalf of a presidential candidate.
I love being invited to speak on behalf of a presidential candidate and then looking at your phone and still getting that candidate's name wrong.
I know.
That's my favorite part of all of it.
The same reason they won't show up to debate is the same reason, right? I literally can't even get my point. Let's just go.
Can I sting around?
Sure.
Yeah.
Should I do it?
Some of them armed with guns.
Sexual contact with an unresponsive man.
You know what? Now I feel comfortable saying what I want to say because the stinger said try not to be racist, so I have covered. I was trying to think of how to word it, and there was no good way to word it without someone saying it's racist. So here's the thing. I think a lot more people right now are comfortable saying, I guess I'm a little racist. Now, we don't mean in how we used to do racism, meaning anyone to be inferior because of a race. What we mean is the left has said, well, if you actually believe any type of generalization about a group of people, that's racist. And I think a lot of people now are saying, like, well, by that standard, I guess I am a little bit. I guess I am. And it's for the same reason that the left won't show up to debate. They cannot, the ideas don't stand up to scrutiny. And so with a lot of this sort of multiculturalism and, hey, you are racist, it relied on their guilt, their white guilt, relied on conditioning. Meaning it relied on them just parroting over and over, right? Not the fact of parroting. No, ignore crime statistics. That's racist. No, ignore statistics on people coming in, learning the language. And so you're going, yeah, I don't want to hate anybody. I don't want to make these generalizations. But now when you look at the skyrocketing number of SNAP meetings, and you look at people, for example, purchasing homes they couldn't afford, now being in neighborhoods with largely white, middle-class Americans, you can only continue that conditioning based on a lie until everyone's anecdotal conditioning overrides it. Yeah, but now I've experienced it. You told me everyone's the same. I'm actually not seeing it at all, and it's the same there. You tell me we're all the same, but that is worlds away from the as a white, middle-income American. That is very foreign to me and disgusting, and I think that's why you're seeing more Americans go, yeah, I guess I'm okay with a little bit of a generalization. I think a lot of black women act like the person who spoke at your rally. Is that fair?
I think it is. And by the way, it says try not to be racist. It's about the effort.
Yeah. None of us are perfect.
We're not telling people what to do. We're telling them to try.
Exactly. I know you're not made out of stone. You're going to be a little more racist if you're watching Cardi B. You clearly are going to be more. If you were an alien and you landed in the United States,
You would still be able to pronounce Appalachian.
yes, you would.
You might say Appalachian,
Right.
but apple lunch would not be what you said.
Yeah, you would look around and you would see people like Cardi B and like, oh my God, we made a mistake. So,
How much of her is actual human being? How much is plastic?
goodbye. This moves us on to the Vogue article. And I will tell you, this is pretty important because feminists are doubling down. They have played a huge role, and I would say the largest role, in destroying American society, Western civilization. You know what? Gay men are less harmful to our social fabric than heterosexual feminist women. Change my. You know what? 2% of the population has been remarkably stable. And every time I talk to gay men, I say, you know what? You guys obviously want to see hate crimes, but we want to strive for a heteronormative society that encourages them to great issues. They all go, got it. No problem. You're fine with being timid. It's white feminists, usually white privileged feminists, who say, well, that sounds like you're against gay marriage. If you say that to a gay man, like, I get it. So as long as we get the tax bennies, we're fine. They're not looking to come. It's 2%. It doesn't change. Feminist agenda that then spearheaded the LGBTQ ever-expanding agenda, and that is predicated on destroying patriarchy. Gay men don't destroy patriarchy. They benefit from it times 2. So that brings us to Vogue. References available. Please go read this article. This is where they continue the lie. They continue the lie, and if you will follow their advice, young women, you will die alone. But now they say it's a good thing. So, they claim, quite a few things. Let me just preface this. Women claim to be happier than men, but they have much higher rates of mental health issues, depression, anxiety. Now, they're trying to convince young girls that having a boyfriend is uncool, and they use some lingo that I'd never heard used in this context before. It's a strong PG-13.
I saw this girl make a video and she was like, isn't it kind of funny? Like, I feel like shameful. And she was like, I feel like when I meet a girl and you're like, oh, you'd be cooler if you like didn't have a boyfriend. And I was like, I really do feel that way. Like when I meet a girl and she doesn't have a boyfriend, I am like, oh, like, yeah, that's like, you're cool. Like, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're on your own, like, slay girl. And then,
like, yes, independent. You don't need
Okay.
What?
And by the way, I know they're laying down some bait, so it'll make it seem like men or older people are out of touch. I'll bite. Have you guys heard of being used as, like, cool?
Never.
No.
Neat.
I've
Is that
never.
the new thing?
Are we allowed to call them that now?
I'm all for it.
Or is it like one of those their words kind of thing?
I think that's what they're doing. They're like trying to reappropriate it. We're going to use it to empower us. Oh, well, okay, enjoy it, you stupid cunts. So.
No hard end, please.
Okay, all right. Easy. No easy, no easy. If a woman can't say that's so cunt. Everyone's like, yeah, sure, fair enough. And then you're like, why are you acting like a cunt? And I'm like, oh, like it's Roots.
I thought you liked that. I thought you wanted to be one.
I meant it as a compliment.
Everything is a trick. Everything from the feminist movement is a trick. Oh, Stephen, you just took the bait. Fine. I love bait. Can't get enough. So, top comment under this video. Why does having a boyfriend feel Republican? 18,000 likes.
What?
Now, let me tell you something. This is women trying to save face. This is them reacting to young men. And I don't think that any of this is good, just to be clear. But this is reality. And feminists, and by the way, women at large, even if you're not a feminist, you have to police your own. We can't fix this. No uterus, no opinion, unless you're trans. This is because men have checked out of dating. So from 2019 to 2022, the percent of single men looking for dates or relationships, it dropped from 61% to 50%. Men aged 18 to 25, 63% of them are single. That's double the rate of women. And that also tells you that women are sharing that. Right? How can you have twice as many single men as women? That means that women right now are sharing what they view as top-tier men. Wealthier men, taller men. They would rather share that guy than, pick someone who's frankly more in their league. 45% of young men have never asked a woman out. What? Yes. And the reason for that, it's a risk. They go, especially after Me Too, especially when you can retroactively remove consent. When you look at young women who are often morbidly obese, very entitled young men are saying, you know what, it's not worth it. It's not my grandma. It's not that generation, who, by the way, considering being housewife and submissive, think about this. Her grandmother was around these young feminist women.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Backwards and high.
They were industrious, man. They were building stuff, making stuff, sweaters, patchwork quilts, all that stuff. They were doing stuff all the time.
So the article goes on to make this claim that being single is a flex. It says, if anything, it's become more of a flex to pronounce yourself single. Okay, as straight women, we're confronting something that every other sexuality has had to contend with. A politicization of our identity. I don't even know what that means.
I think they did it to themselves. You politicized it yourself by going, this is my identity, this is my identity, all that matters is my identity. Why are you politicizing my identity?
Yeah, exactly. No, we now know.
That was your whole thing.
Yeah, there's Democrat, Republican, and cunt.
In a positive
That's
light.
there, yeah, so look, that's so awesome. You're so...
See you next Super Tuesday.
Cat lady, they write. They're trying to commandeer all this. They're saying that's actually a good thing. Like, that's actually something to strive for, right? Mm-hmm. Where being single was once a cautionary tale. It still is. You'll end up a spinster with loads of cats. It is now becoming a desirable and coveted status. Another nail in the coffin of a centuries-old heterosexual fairy tale that never really benefited women to begin with. Yeah, heterosexual fairy tale, which has spawned an updated version of Disney classic. The Lonely Mermaid. It's, yeah. She's... And by the way, tomorrow's Spooktacular, we do have a 7+1 Lonely Fairy Tale. And that was the softest of them.
It was. We had to choose.
Yes.
Can you go to the internet quote, please? Yeah, right here.
Heterosexual fairy tale that never really benefited women to begin with.
Okay, so you do realize that before the fairy tale, we were just raping and pillaging, right? And the raping and pillagers were very strong to be rape and pillage-esque.
Yeah.
And you had no protection whatsoever. The deal was, make a home for me, make children, and I will protect you from the rapers and pillagers.
Right.
I think that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you like being raped and pillaged.
Right.
Then maybe you're right.
Well, now you're not going to be raped and pillaged by a man, but by snap and ringdings. And so that's what ravages. Women are now lonelier, fatter, less mentally healthy, and they blame everyone but themselves. Here's the worst part. Here's what makes women most angry, feminists in particular, but women in general. Men are checking out. The ideal is they would like to have a woman, they would like to have a wife, they would like to have a nuclear family, traditional roles. Most men, not all. Okay? But men who've checked out, they're still able to be happy by themselves. Women are not. You can lie to yourself all you want. And what's evil about this, and I mean it, what is evil about this, young women, don't buy into this. The same woman writing this, very likely, either she's already sort of crossed over and there's no hope for her, or she's about to hit the end of her biological window and she is going to be in a rush to go, hold on, let me try and get a man and a family, and then it's too late. So if you buy into this when you're young, the problem is that can wreck your life if you ever actually think you may grow up and want those things. And men don't have that. Men don't have that biological window. So please keep this in mind. And parents, dads, moms, I mean this because we were raised with this in the 90s. Well, I want my young girl to have all of the same opportunities that my young son will. And they usually equate that with career, traveling, but they don't take into account that your son, whether he's 30, 40, 50, still has the opportunity to start a family. Your daughter doesn't. So do you want her to have the same opportunities as your young boy with the things that matter? Families, a legacy, in which case you're going to have to teach her that there's a choice to be made. Look, keep your mind on what it is that you want when you're going through 4 years of glorified alcoholism in college. It's cool to have a career, but you are making a choice. So if you want to have a family, you need to be mindful of this at a younger age. These women are lying to you, these feminists, and it will destroy your life. This is a genuine plea. Also a plea, download the Rumble app, follow me there. Because YouTube doesn't, it won't ruin it. It'll make it better.
It'll make it a lot better. You'll be notified when your life is getting better.
You download that app, you can listen to audio, right, just without having to have the video player on your screen. You can pick it up where you left off. It's so...
We're gonna make that word great again.
It reminds me of the Wizard, where the guy's like, the power of love. It's so bad.
I don't know this.
No? Wizard? Power of love. It's so bad. All right. So still, here's another thing I'm gonna go on to say here, and this just shows
me. Or just shows like that's so fetch.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So
they're trying to make they're trying to make it a thing.
Oh,
They want you to reevaluate everything, and they talk about blind allegiance to heterosexuality. Heterosexuality has long been purposefully indefinable. Okay, before I go on, it's kind of very easy to define. Yeah. And I get it. It used to kind of be defined as normal. But heterosexuality is defined as being naturally attracted to and fostering relationships with members of the opposite biological sex. That's it. It's pretty simple.
Straightforward.
Heterosexuality has long been purposefully indefinable, so it is harder for those within it outside of it to critique. However, as our traditional roles begin to crumble, maybe we're being forced to reevaluate our blind allegiance to heterosexuality. Well, here's the thing. If you think it's blind, I would like to actually suggest that we formally and very in plain sight pledge our allegiance to our heterosexuality. So boys, you know what to do. Billy?
Hit it.
What's happening, guys? Now it's just awkward.
Play it.
I pledge allegiance to the shafts of the United States of America and to the vaginas which they enjoy, one nation, under God, heterosexual, within the binary, and just tits for all. Thank you.
Wow.
Let it never be said that we don't offer solutions.
Play ball!
Oh yeah, let's let this play through. Even
Yeah,
though we're
Jessica Biel. Thanks for throwing that in for me, not for Steven. Thank you.
Vagina.
I don't know who that is.
Anna J. Armrest.
It's a great country.
So country.
And just to show you the kind of result you can expect if you follow the advice, this is the thing, women are so bad at giving other women advice. Men will tell you, they'll shoot you straight and go, yeah, don't do what I did. I made a lot of mistakes. Women, in my experience, not all, women will often justify their mistakes and advise that you make the same mistakes because it makes them feel better about themselves. I guarantee you the person who's writing this article doesn't feel good about themselves. So, if you want to know how that ends up, well, maybe like this woman who admits that women have changed in a way that turns men off, but still blames men.
Us high-achieving women have become the men that we want in relationships.
Pause.
We did
high achieving, and you can't even get up?
No, she's working right now. She's a professional pillow tester.
Layer downer.
High achieving, she says, laying prone. Okay, continue.
No, she is a foam topper.
Oh, got it.
You put her on the bed, then you lay on top of her.
Got it. Like
and then you wake up with back pain.
Okay, like the princess and the huge bitch. Keep playing.
Yep.
everything right. And I never thought that achieving these things for myself would literally make it impossible today. Women are looking for a partnership.
Maybe the mustache.
Now, right? Like, we're not dating because we need to. But the problem is, men are not sharing in that vision. They still are subscribing to
the panoramic
a
lens.
hierarchical model.
Men are still being
They
men.
still need to be needed in some capacity. So there's two outcomes. Either
Pause. No, look, here's the thing, Miss Laying Prone, is men don't need to be needed. Men will willingly take on the role of protector and provider if they're appreciated, because that's a form of respect. That's what it is. They always make, oh, are you fragile? You need to be needed? Well, then don't be mad that men are happy single. They're happy single. They'd be happier if they were with a woman who appreciates what they provide for them.
Respects.
Keep playing.
prove that I'm high achieving and don't require support, which makes me unlikable.
Just not achieving
But
standing.
then if I did actually need
your
someone
face makes you
for a
unlikable.
financial incentive or whatever else, this provider role, then I'm a gold digger.
What?
So what do? There's no more improvement
So
needed
what
on our
do?
side. I don't think women should have to demote themselves in order to be palatable to men who need to be needed. I think the solution is men should be more driven to want to be wanted.
Oh, okay, well, thanks. Tell us how to solve your problem.
Sounds like projection.
It's like, and then these same people go like, oh, Jordan, can you believe Jordan Peterson gave the advice, make your bed? That was assuming that you would get out of it eventually. He could never even comprehend someone who simply stays in bed. He was saying, make some simple progress, measurable steps, control what you can, get your life in order. She won't even get out of bed.
She wants men to want to be wanted and not need to be needed. It's like, if I can't even.
It's really hard because it's not based on any truth.
Separation.
Yeah.
Of course we want to be wanted.
Sure. So does she.
But now it's like, oh, you gotta have a drive to do everything you can so that I want you. And it's like, well, I have no interest in you.
Yeah, exactly. So do you think Jesus, and I know this one because he's perfect, like, think about if Jesus Christ were alive today, he might perform the miracle for like the wrong person. Like pick up your bed and walk. Like she's not crippled. She's just She's just fat.
No!
I think she's just chilling.
She could get out of that bed, Jesus. She just chooses not to.
Oh, well.
I love somebody.
I'm here to save you.
I love somebody laying in bed in the middle of the day telling me I need to have more drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Since when did being a successful woman give you an excuse to be insufferable? Because that's what you're assuming. It's like, I'm successful and therefore I am now insufferable. Because there are plenty of successful women that find husbands.
Yeah.
And are happily married with a family.
I don't want a
that
man
make
that
decisions differently than this broad assumes. I don't understand it.
I don't want to be a man that needs to be needed. I want a man that knows that I don't need him for anything. And then I could leave at any second and be war happy.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Let me tell you, too, I'm not just making fun of her because she's fat and gross. When I say women, yeah, look, men want the same thing they've always wanted, okay? They want a woman who's respectful, a woman who's grateful, a woman who's within striking distance of her wedding dress, who can make the house a home and be a teammate. That is true. And we'll say, well, just because they're overweight. No, look, when I say woman, I get it, they're different. I mean, the way God designed you to be. Okay, there's a pretty wide spectrum there. If your average height, 5'6", 5'5", whatever it is, let's say it's 110 pounds to 140 pounds. When I say woman, I mean the way God designed a woman to be. He didn't design you to be obese and stationary, and he didn't design you to be an emaciated famine victim. That's what we mean. When we say, does that help describe it? We say within striking distance of health. No one expects you to be a cover model. Men are attracted to women the way they were designed by God for their bodies to function. That's what I'm talking. This is slothfulness. This is a sin that was warned against. Okay? It's unattractive to men. Is it okay? Are we allowed to have preferences, or is that too heteronormative?
It's patriarchy, bro.
Yeah.
I think the problem is she saw Travis Kelce follow the blueprint.
Yeah.
That Taylor Swift laid out for him. And she's like, oh, where's Mike Kelce?
Yeah, well, speaking of disasters, you guys know, super chats, like, it's basically just strip clubs. We don't do super chats. We do the opposite. And Gerald, you take this. It's reverse super chat. 50 free Rumble Premium members, that was subscriptions just gifted from My Digital Money.
Yeah. So these guys, if you are going to own crypto and you want to throw it in an IRA and take advantage of the tax benefits, go to crowdercrypto.com today and get all the information. There are some fun things to do with the AI revolution in crypto, but sometimes the tax benefits are better for an IRA. So go there, get the information, and let us know if you got one of the free memberships just now. Hit us up on X or Instagram. Tag Steven, no tag me.
Yeah.
Who cares more?
You don't send us money. We're not strippers. We made you the stripper. You're welcome. All right.
Made our audience strippers.
I'm saying we're getting them.
No, but it's the opposite of strippers.
Yes.
They have clothes on.
Yes.
So get your butt dressed.
Yes.
Hang them.
Get out of bed.
Get out of bed, go to work.
We're going to go to Illinois, which is a horrible place, the next story. And when people always say, like, hey, it's fringe left. You go, well, by fringe left, do you mean the people running for, achieving, and maintaining positions in office? Which means it's time to meet someone running for office in Illinois. Of course, Democrat Kat retarded person in Chicago. Tossed.
Like a child. She bounced off the pavement.
Yeah, like a 50-pound lightweight.
So Kat Abugazala, she's 26-year-old running for Congress in Chicago, and you may say, hey, this woman seems familiar. Yeah. Illegally blocking the ICE folks doing their job. Isn't that emblematic, too, of entitled feminists? Not all women, entitled feminists of this generation. She is alive and not a pancake by the mercy of that driver while claiming she's powerful. You're alive because he didn't run you over. Continue.
You can't just walk into the facility.
Watch this. Boom!
touch me.
Yeah, so she's running for office, like I said, there in Illinois. And to give you an idea, she takes time following AOC. Yesterday she was indicted in federal court for conspiracy to impede an officer, forcibly impeding an officer, and she could face, if found guilty, up to 14 years in prison. And here's the thing. I'm pretty sure it's guilty.
Who got pushed down earlier this morning by ICE agents. Talk to me. That was nice. Talk to me a little bit about where things are right now. That was probably the most tense moment we've seen all morning. Not probably, it was.
All of us joined arms and did not let the van pass.
So there are now 2 protesters who are inside, or
one that's in there, one that's in a van going God knows where.
and one that was just put in the van. That was the van that you all were surrounding, that you all were not allowing out, and that's when things really started to get tense. That was the protester from around 6:30 this morning that was put inside that, correct?
Yes.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
Yes. that black guy reminds me of the I'm not gay no more. I don't like
Dude, I hate to say it, but that guy seems like a plant. He's like, I'm going to list a series of your crimes and ask you to admit to it on the record. Correct? Yes. Guilty, bitch!
That's right.
And of course, you'll proudly admit to it. Like, this is going to be great for my ratings. They're going to love me. I'm such a
I think this was all set up. Every one of those clips that I just saw, the cameraman was angling to make sure he got her, make sure you get this person in it. I swear, I bet she went out, paid somebody and said, we're going to go to this protest. I'm going to make some stuff happen. This is going to increase my profile, and I'm going to use this to run. Hopefully in jail now.
Yes. If she is not convicted, I have no faith in the courts in Illinois. This is open and shut. She admitted to doing it many, many, many times. These are crimes. It seldom happens. It seldom happens that sometimes crimes can sort of seem vague. Conspiracy to impede or injure an officer. That's exactly what she did. Forcibly impeding an officer. That's exactly what she just admitted to doing on camera. If she is not spending time in prison by this time next month, I have no faith in the court system. None. So let me give you a few key facts here as to who she is. And remember, when people try and say, oh, I just mean the fringe left, they'll always point to like Marjorie Taylor Greene on the right as an example, who, by the way, is kind of going left right now. I don't know if you've been watching her. Okay, but look at the mainstream representative. Look at Donald Trump. You guys can say you don't like what he says, but he's not an extremist by any stretch. You look at the representatives, those who are most popular on the left, the AOCs, the Bernie Sanders. This lady wants to be one of them. You can't say it's fringe when these people are the torchbearers for your party. I know she's not in office yet, but she's not the first. Let me just give you a few examples here. So here are a few key facts you need to know. She is parroting the mainstream, typical leftist talking points. There's no divergence.
Donald Trump and Elon Musk are dismantling our country piece by piece. And so many Democrats seem content to just sit back and let them. So I say it's time to drop the excuses and grow a fucking spine. Families should have free childcare, Social Security should be expanded, and our inalienable rights shouldn't be dependent on who's in power.
Yeah, I think Kristi Noem should have consequences. I think she should be tried at The Hague.
Yikes.
What we are seeing from her operation are crimes against humanity.
And I am a proud, now former union rep.
And that's where I found my niche. Explaining, distilling, and fighting far-right narratives.
Laugh Factory?
Love is love, trans rights are human rights, and anyone who understands those basic facts understands basic dignity. 3 traits that unite a frankly concerning number of Trump nominees. Alleged sex abuser, alleged animal abuser, and Fox News. Overturning Roe v. Wade has affected roughly half the country. And not just pregnant people either. I have to remember that I wouldn't be able to visit my parents for the entirety of my pregnancy. And that's because if something horrible and unexpected happened, even to a wanted pregnancy in Texas, I might not survive.
Yeah, none of that is true. You'd be hearing stories all over Texas if that was even remotely the case. Just to let you know, she's running in a district in Illinois, by the way, it's north of Chicago, that's 19 times more liberal than the rest of the country. And I don't even know if she lived there. She only lived in Chicago for around a year, doesn't live in the district. So this is like the old Hillary Clinton playbook. But I do want
about that area too is that it's yes. 19 times more liberal than the rest. But boy, the color.
Let me make a quick case here. It's something, if we can deconstruct it and do away with it, the left will have to come up with another slogan. Love is not love. You understand that? I say things are nuanced. Did you say love is love? Is my love for my son the same as my daughter? Or is it different? You may say, oh, no, it's not. Okay. Is my love for my son and daughter different from my significant other, my lady? Where you've now added sex as a form of showing affection and closeness? Is that the same as my love for Gerald or for Josh or for Dual Man? A masculine love? Love is not love.
Is my love for my son the same as the creepy guy at 7-Eleven's love for my son?
Right, no, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's still love is love. And when they get you to believe that, right? Love is love. Okay. So gay marriage is the same as heterosexual marriage. But it's not.
How do I have one viewer?
Let me explain to you why it's not. Because a mommy and a daddy can make a child that they can love together. It's a bond that cannot be created with wieners and butts. It's not the same. It's not, love is not love. But when they say that, then it's like, well, I guess, yeah, all love is interchangeable, just like all genders are interchangeable. And you go down to LGBTQ. We know intrinsically that love is not love, especially as Christians, because God loves us. That's not a sexual love.
No.
In any capacity. I know some Christians will get offended at me just saying that. That's not blasphemy. I'm saying it is not. The love of your Father, God is referred to as the Father, is very different from the love you have for your husband or your wife or your children or your friends. They equate it because they hope that you will go any deeper than surface level. So let's do away with that. Love is not love. There are different kinds of love, and some forms of love are inappropriate.
And illegal.
Yeah,
actually, and immoral.
Generally frowned upon, because we don't want to. She also has a very extensive leftist resume. AstroTurf. She was a former regional organizer for Everytown Gun Safety. Great. She was a producer at the leftist site The Recount, a researcher and producer at Media Matters. She was laid off in 2024. That's tough to do for a nonprofit that sucks that badly. Her boyfriend is the CEO of The Onion. All right, remember The Onion tried to buy InfoWars? Here's another key fact for someone talking about the downtrodden, the poor. She's not poor. Her father is a very successful entrepreneur in the financial industry. He sold his business to BNY Mellon in 2008. She graduated from George Washington University in D.C. The annual tuition is $67,000. Net worth is estimated at over $1 million. Already raised over $1.5 million for her congressional run. It's about as authentic as the Latina AOC from the Bronx. She's from one of the whitest areas north of New York City. She never spoke like that. She's about as authentic as Jasmine Crockett's Ebonics. And it's going to work, unless she's put in jail, where she should be. So, don't allow people to say, oh, fringe left, fringe right, we can kind of meet in the middle. No. I share nothing in common with this person, and I share nothing in common with the party astroturfing so that this person is able to achieve a level in office. Anything else? I just don't like it.
No, they have to take her seriously. The mistake they made with AOC was not taking her seriously at all. She showed up and beat
She's a big phony. A big phony. She thought that she did some good press conference.
Let's just take a moment. You just watched exhibits A, B, C. Female in the room. I want you to picture for a moment your grandma. Nana, Mima, whatever you called her. Did you love her? What was she like? Did you think of her as a strong woman? I know not everyone had that, but if you did, okay, think of her. Now contrast her with Cardi B, with that beached whale on the mattress on the floor, and this Shabugadigamoo.
Hey, come on, it's Bugga.
They will tell you that grandmother who you revere and respect, an actual matriarch, was passive, was submissive, right? And that these women, they're the ones who have been fighting at the forefront, and they are empowered. Do they seem empowered?
You know, not passive and submissive. My grandmother, Annie, my papa had an affair early in the marriage. She made him sleep for the rest of their marriage, for the rest of their lives. She died 6 years later. My grandpa died. He stayed in the basement. Did not come back up. Yeah, he was like, even in death, I'm going to stay down here.
Yeah.
She said I had to. Not submissive and passive at all. She
to sew a dress or make from scratch their children's Halloween costumes? Do you think they'd be able to make sure that everyone has a lunch pail that's perfectly balanced so that it doesn't fall off the scaffolding that day when he goes to build the Empire State Building? Do you think they'd be able to keep a house in order? Do you think they'd be able to offer advice and help raise the next generation of women? Do you think that these women spend as much time taking care of them? Keep in mind, your grandma was doing that. Pre-convenient foods, pre-microwave, pre-gym membership. And I mean, this was the mainstream. A lady would put on a dress and makeup and heels to do her job, taking care of the house, the entire family, and in many cases would have a chain and stick to do isometrics at home to keep her figure and fit into her wedding dress. People say, well, she was just doing that for her man. But were they happier? Oh, stats say yes on mental health. But they keep digging in and they keep lying. Young women, don't buy any of it, please. One thing I definitely wouldn't bet on is Bugazawa Sugar becoming Times Person of the Year. Which, by the way, is actually something you can wager on over at Kalshi right now. They actually have the odds of Person of the Year. You can vote for Pope Leo, Donald Trump, or AI.
That doesn't even make sense to me.
AI's leading.
No, I know.
By a significant margin.
That is so stupid.
I'm gonna go win some money.
No?
Yeah.
It seems like it will probably be AI.
That's AI betting.
But you can go and wager on
AI's betting on itself? Are you serious? Like it's going to vote for itself? Okay, maybe we're screwed.
All right. We've taken up a lot of time with feminists, but it always just gets our goat.
It does. Okay, one more thing about the feminists.
Yeah.
We always talk about this fairy tale that never benefited women, and all these women want this, and they want. Are there no women that want a family?
They do.
I know they do. I know.
It's just they want it later.
That's what they want. They want a family.
Yeah.
Not even later either. That's what they wanted. They want a husband that loves them, who's strong, and can protect them, and raise their kids with. That is smart, wise. Why are these feminists putting them down?
Well, here's the thing, too. What happens is you go through teens, and they'll son talking rejecting men because they're not right. They're empowered, and they're going to go out and they're going to pursue their career. And then in their 30s, where they're established, and they still want to have a family, and then they often go for younger women at that point, and these older women who are rejecting them are angry, so they try and say that's creepy. They try and say, well, you're 35 with a 25, what, you want some woman you can manipulate? I don't know, can she vote? Is she an adult?
Yeah, why is she manipulatable?
Yeah.
Are you saying that young women are dumb?
Right.
And easily molded? Do you think they're impressionable?
Because they want to prevent...
I thought you guys were smart and strong and equal.
And it's a way...
That's what I thought.
It's a way of trying to ensure that young women make the same mistake they did. They know they're not happy at 35, at 38, when they've decided to not even think about settling down. They want to make sure that younger women don't even have the opportunity. So they try and act like something that is completely natural. A man wanting to find a fertile woman who wants to start a family. That's weird. That's creepy. You should pick a woman your own age. But it's you. Let's go on to Trump and China. President Trump and Xi Jinping met yesterday. And here's the thing. You see two splits. You see the left saying, Xi cooked Trump. Oh my God, this is a disaster. Look, it just shows what a feckless leader we have. And then you have people on the right saying, Trump owns Xi. It's not even close. This is great for America. I actually think this is a pretty good litmus test as to who you trust, who you want to listen to. Neither one is being very honest. I would say if you take it all together, spoiler alert, it's kind of neutral. Not as much happened as you would think. But here's a brief montage so you're all caught up.
Well, thank you very much. It's a great honor to be with a friend of mine, really for a long time now, if you think about it. The very, very distinguished and respected president of China. And we will be having some discussions. I think we've already agreed to a lot of things, and we'll agree to some more right now. But President Xi is a great leader of a great country. And I think we're going to have a fantastic relationship for a long period of time.
I always believe that China's development goes hand in hand with your vision to make America great again. Our two countries are fully able to help each other succeed and prosper together. Over the years, I have stated in public many times that China and the United States should be partners and friends.
Okay, so the meeting lasted about an hour, 45 minutes. Let me give you some reactions from the left. Check the references. New York Times, this is what they wrote. The art of letting Trump claim a win while walking away stronger. Mr. Xi's message seemed to be Beijing had proven its capacity to hit back and Washington would do well to remember it. Ooh. And there was a lot of this. I'm just giving you some examples here. Then on the right, Eric Doherty wrote on X, breaking, President Trump just scored a massive victory in his meeting with Chinese President Xi. China is going to buy USA oil and gas from Alaska. That's on top of buying 12 million metric tons of soybeans this season. That's 25 million tons per year for 3 years. China is curbing fentanyl trafficking. Trump is reducing tariffs to 47 from 57%. This is a win, all caps, exclamation. Neither one of those is accurate, to be clear. And I'm just trying to be objective, call balls and strikes here. Before I get to that, this is fun. President Trump claimed it went very well in the way you would expect Trump to claim it.
We're going to issue a statement on some of the details. But overall, I guess on the scale of from 0 to 10, with 10 being the best, I would say the meeting was a 12. Okay, I think it was a 12.
I love how he doubles down. He's like, yeah, I think it was a 12.
Now, here's the thing. He's going to do that. All presidents are going to trumpet their wins or try and spin it as a win. It's not a loss, to be clear. But people in media need to do their job, which is to try and be somewhat accurate. And you can list your opinion, of course. This is mainly a comedy show. But I'm never going to lie to you. And I see too much of it where I'm like, yeah, legacy media was awful, but the fake news thing has gotten out of hand across the board, where they used to select their facts, right? And there would be a lot of lies by omission on legacy media. And now you do have people who just make things up completely. I'm not saying that's the case right here specifically. Before this said that South Korea would be getting nuclear subs. But he said, our military far less than it's going to be built in Philadelphia. So they're going to build these submarines here. That's good. Restart their nuclear testing.
That one off.
That's like, you got to